What's up everybody, I'm Derek, this is Rocking E Forge, and today I'm going to be making a feather out of a piece of angle iron, so let's get rocking. Alright, so I'm going to fire up the forge and take my piece of angle iron here. I've got about 2.5 feet of angle iron. It's about 1 inch by 1 inch. You can go bigger, you can go smaller. Obviously, the larger the angle iron, the larger the feather. And I'm just going to clamp it in the vise and cut an angle into the tip of what's going to become the feather itself. And once I've cut in the tip, I'm going to cut in from the sides about 7 inches from the tip just to kind of establish where the feather itself is going to be. I'm not going to cut my feather all the way off the piece of angle iron because I want a little bit left over for the stem. So I'm going to make 2 horizontal cuts in from each edge, and then I'm going to make 2 vertical cuts down the length of the angle iron. Not really paying attention to length here, more just trying to connect the horizontal cut to the vertical cut along the corner of the angle iron, which will become the stem of the feather. Once I've got the whole thing cut out, I'm going to throw it in the forge and we will get this thing started. Once I've got it separated, then I'm going to take it to the belt grinder to touch up all the cuts. You can absolutely do this with a file. If you don't have a grinder, that's totally fine. I'm going to bring this to the flat face of the anvil and just hammer down on the edge to flatten out what's going to become the feather. And you can see now the reason I'm using a piece of angle iron instead of just a piece of flat stock, because this leaves that nice prominent ridge down the center line of the feather in order to give you kind of, that feather look. I'm just going to make sure to kind of keep everything true and straightened up. And as you can see, this is pretty wide, so I'll probably cool this off and go ahead and take it back to the grinder and grind in the shape that I want. I'm looking for a little thinner of a feather here, but I think it's easier to shape once you've got the whole thing kind of flattened out where you want it. And before I get to the grinder, I'm going to come in here and cut the corners off this wing at a bit of an angle. I'm going to come in and just kind of swoop out to minimize the amount that I am grinding off, because feathers don't have these square corners, obviously. It was just the most convenient way to cut. And then I'm going to head to the belt grinder and round off the tip and kind of thin down the feather a little bit, kind of get the general shape I'm going for. I'm personally going for a tail feather, which is a little more symmetrical than, say, a wing feather. And we're going to thin this down and just kind of smooth out all of the lines, make sure that it looks good before we head back to the forge. And once I've got it shaped on the grinder, I'm going to head back to the forge. And the next heat, I'm going to bring it to the flat face of the anvil and start shaping with the hammer. I'm going to use my rounding face, my rounding hammer, to just start kind of slimming down the edge of the feather. And that'll spread the feather back out, so keep that in mind if you're doing this. And once you've got this shaped the way you want it, I'm just going to bring it to the anvil and start using my chisel to just start chiseling in kind of at random intervals. And we're going to do multiple heats of just this. Some of these are going to go deeper. We're going to start on the other side while we still got a little bit of that black heat. And we're going to make sure to cool off our chisel tip, and we're just going to keep going all the way up the length of the feather. And I'm biasing to one side because even tail feathers have a bit of a curve to them, so I'm ending up putting more chisel marks on one side than the other, and it's forcing that curve and curving the actual center ridge of the feather, just kind of add some extra shape. And as I get closer to the tip, I'm just gonna start angling the punch a little closer and closer toward directly in line, and make sure that all of these kind of go to the edge. And you can take as long as you want to put in as many chisel marks as you can, or leave them as few as you want. But once I'm satisfied, I'm going to cool this off and bring it to the bandsaw and cut in a couple of just kind of asymmetric little triangle shapes into the feather itself to signify a kind of a missing tuft of feather. Then we'll go back to the forge and finish up the stem before we do anything else. I'm gonna briefly lock this in the vise and spread. Okay, we're gonna lock it like that, because that's how it landed. And I'm gonna spread out a couple of these tufts right at the base. Kind of make it give it a little more of a disheveled look, so to speak. Well, I can get one. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna get the other one while I still got the heat in here. And then we're gonna start working on the stem. And I touched up a lot of the cut marks and stuff on the stem when I was working on the grinder. I just want it to have a consistent diameter. I'm gonna forge it square, lightly square, and then I'm gonna forge in those corners. And then I'm going to start rounding this up. And then make sure everything's pretty well straight. And while this is still hot, I'm gonna give this a pretty heavy brushing to get rid of any rust, and brush both sides to get rid of all of the extra forge scale and everything. And then finish off with a layer of beeswax. And that'll seal it up and darken the steel a little bit. And with that, we are all finished. And that is going to do it for this project. You can apply this concept to pretty much any, decorative element that you're trying to add to any piece, and I think it turns out pretty well. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe, or ring that notification bell. If you want to support me and the channel further, please consider becoming an honorary striker on my Patreon. That link is in the description below the video. Or please consider becoming a member on my YouTube channel. And as always, keep on rocking.